Do you suffer from poor digestion, GERD, acid reflux, IBS, or inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's, any of these digestive disorders, or frequent indigestion? In this video, I'm going to share with you a method called the 6 and 3 breathing method to help you to improve your digestion and reduce symptoms associated with those conditions. How's it going, guys? Dr. Chris Silvey back with another episode of TGIF, Talking Gut Immuno Fridays. Now, in several of my other videos, I've talked about the importance of slowing down while you eat, and it is incredibly beneficial for me in my IBS, and I've seen this in several of my clients as well that I do with some of the lifestyle coaching. One of the best things you can do for your digestion, hands down, is to slow down. If you cannot find the time to eat at a slow rate, then you should be eating less at that time instead of trying to scarf down your entire meal. It requires some planning and sacrifice, but it's absolutely necessary. So the 6 and 3 breathing method is designed to help you to tap into that parasympathetic nervous system where you're bringing down the fight or flight or the anxiety that's associated with running away from the tiger. And sometimes we eat like that. Sometimes we're in the fight or flight mode and we're trying to eat. And those two don't go together. You're not going to be chowing down on something while you're running away from the tiger. Definitely not. So it's very confusing for your body. And the other thing that, before I show you this method, is if you are rushing through these things, we are not getting to that gastro-colic reflex, which when your food comes down into the stomach, at the bottom of the stomach there is a reflex there that feels the stretch and distension of the stomach. And if that is not stimulated with proper time, it takes about 10 minutes to activate, then your body doesn't send those signals back to your brain that it's full. So you never even feel that sense of fullness, which is a huge reason why people overeat in the first place, regardless of what they're eating. It's more how they're eating it. So here's how the 6 and 3 breathing method works. When you sit down, you're going to make a conscious effort to take 6 breaths before you do anything. Slowly, long exhales. So we're looking for a 4-second inhale and an 8-second exhale. Give or take, just a little bit around there. If that exhale feels a little too long, you could shorten it just a bit. But we want a long exhale, and that helps us to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system and turn down that sympathetic fight or flight response. And we're telling our body, okay, that it's time to eat now. And it's also establishing a ritual. And it's like you're preparing for sleep, that kind of thing. You have a ritual to do those things. We have a ritual to eat. So you're going to take 6 breaths before you eat. 6 breaths, and then you can start eating. Now every time that you take a bite, you're going to chew it while you breathe 3 more times. So in and out and chewing. In and out through the nose while you're chewing. And you're trying to do nothing else. You're leaving the cell phone alone. You're keeping all those things out of your life. And what this does is, again, it gives you adequate time. It gives you adequate time in order for you to eat the entire meal and stimulate the gastro-colic reflex. So your body knows when you get to that about 80% full mark. And that's when people are supposed to stop. So we have 6 breaths before we start eating, and then 3 breaths with every bite. We're taking our bite, we're chewing thoroughly during that whole time. Then you don't have to sit there. You know, sometimes people tell you, you gotta chew this many times. If you take 3 breaths, you'll have chewed your food plenty of times by then. And this is how I eat now. And it's helped me to slow down, to have that conscious 3 breath count. And I do that every time that I'm eating. And sure, it's significantly increased my eating time by about a factor of 2. I used to eat in probably under 5 minutes sometimes, and now it takes me at least 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20. Conversation can help too. consciously setting your fork down between each bite. So you could add that into the mix too. You are breathing for 6 counts in the beginning, 3 count breath, and setting the fork down. And you're breathing and you're listening to other people. You're listening to conversation. Or you're listening to things around you if you're alone. This, again, has been it's such a simple thing, but it's been so profound in my life to be able to slow down. And what happens is when you do something this simple and you make a habit of it, then it begins to creep into other areas of your life. And you'll find that you take pause in other times of your life to breathe and to draw that awareness back into the breath. So I'd love to hear what your digestive challenges are, if you're willing to share those, or things that have improved your digestion, whether it's probiotics, whether it's trying some type of meditation, other supplements. What kind of things have helped you the most with your digestive disorders? You don't have to share that out in the public exactly what those are, but let us know what has helped you the most. What has helped you to improve those things to get better bang for your buck out of your food? This has been another episode of TGIF, Talking Gut Immuno Fridays. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell so you never miss another video again. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. Have a good one.